Hey, what's up, everybody? So the other day I was watching this video clip with Bill Oreilly speaking to Russell Simmons about the state of culture, the state of pop culture, rap culture, and the youth. And basically he was saying that he blames rap artists, pop artists for basically putting out what he calls negative messages into the culture to influential kids and creating a terrible message for them when he believes that they don't have to do that because of the money that they have. Let me be a little bit more specific. He was speaking about Jay-Z, Kanye West, and Beyonce. And specifically about Beyonce, he said that she put out this, her last album and her last couple of singles have been pretty raunchy, have been pretty all over the place. By that, that's a code word for saying risque or just over the top. And he felt that she, as a role model to a lot of African-American people, black people, she should put out better music and better material. Same thing with Kanye West, same thing with Jay-Z. He was playing clips and cuts of their songs, very interesting parts of their songs, but I just was, I don't want to say I was flabbergasted. I want to say that I was surprised that they had that conversation. Russell Simmons was saying that you basically cannot blame her. She's responsible for her art and for her truth. And Bill Oreilly was basically on the opposite side of that, and he said she has a responsibility to the culture. What I'm going to say is that I actually agree with Bill Oreilly. I know that might sound kind of strange. I actually agree with him. I think that artists should take responsibility for the material that they put out there. Just because it's your truth, in a way, doesn't mean that you need to just throw it out there. Or what I will say is that someone else, there was another clip of this lady rebutted that there should come, not a warning, but some sort of labeling that says that Beyonce is a married woman and that she, these songs are about her husband and, what they do in their private lives. But at the same time, I don't think we need all of that. It gets so hard when you talk about artists and art because you don't want to put anyone in a box and you don't want to put, when it comes to their art. But at the same time, we have to realize that there are a lot of kids out there that listen to this stuff day in, day out. And they take it in, they soak it in. And if you know that, then you know that you could be possibly hurting them. And parents need to be more involved as well. Parents need to let their kids know that who she is, who Beyonce is, that she is a married woman, that she does have a life outside of what we see, and it's not this what she's singing about does not apply to her. She's a married woman, she's singing single ladies. Like, I love Beyonce, but I will say that that I understand where Bill Oreilly is coming from. At the same time, he also brought up things about whatever happened to Motown and whatever happened to that. And whatever happened to that era. That was in the 60s. That was in the 50s, the 70s. Right now, we're living in we're living in 2014. And I want to say that a lot of times that's not what's selling. And I'm sure that in that time, they were probably controversial as well. Motown being, such a, full of black artists and everything like that. And people finally getting a chance to express how they feel. I'm sure that there were people that had a problem with some of the things that they were saying. So it's not fair to say, oh, what about Motown? But, and we can't go back. I don't want to say upset, but it hurts when people try to go back because I was not alive 50, 40 years ago. I was alive recently. So what can we do now to improve? What I will say is that there's plenty of artists out there. Like I would like to think of myself as an artist and entertainer that I don't resort to using things, cursing or anything sexual or anything vulgar to try to get views and ratings and all of that. I could imagine if I went into the music industry, what kind of support I would get. I'm not too sure. Sometimes I think twice about doing anything like that. I think I love doing music on YouTube and stuff like that, but I don't know if I would really do it in real life because you just don't know. If Bill Oreilly was behind me and if you're going to support me and if you're going to help me, and I don't want to look for a handout, but what I'm saying is to keep and stay in that platform that I would have to work hard for, that would be great. But to get up there and to get stuck, there's plenty of Christian artists that make music and nobody buys their records and nobody buys their stuff and nobody talks about them. Nobody gives them that platform or that spotlight. But we'll talk about the things that are not going right. And that's kind of something that we need to change too. Because a lot of the times people will pay attention to the things that are in front of them, and that's what happens. Like, these artists get put in front of us for everyone, and we're left with no other options. That being said, it would have been nice to also talk about, and not to make this racial, but to talk about Miley Cyrus, Justin Bieber, Lady Gaga, Britney Spears, a whole bunch. And not for nothing, if we talk about rap and pop music, I listen to rap, but I listen to pop music a lot more. So, and I'm not crazy or anything like that, but there's a lot of kids that do listen to pop music, and they're just as bad. So we need to address this differently and stop pinpointing and just targeting people. I'm not saying that that's what he's doing, but sometimes that's what it can look like from, just looking from the outside in. It really needs to be addressed as a culture and just as a complete movement, that people don't have to sell themselves and sell their bodies and sell their experiences like that, or sell drugs and violence and everything like that to make money. It's just, if we talk about it in a way that we won't tolerate it anymore, it could change. But I don't know. I want to know you guys' opinion on what you think. Do you think Bill Oreilly's right? Do you think Russell Simmons is right? Do you think Beyonce's right? Do you think Jay-Z is right? Do you think they should all get in the room and fight it out? I don't know. Nobody better hit Beyonce. Or I don't mean like that. I just mean like nobody. I don't want people to corner her and everything like that. But do you think that there's a discussion here to be had that could actually change things? Let me know. Over and out.